Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tri Amarwatul Lestari. I am currently in the second semester studying English language education at S. Unggul Kampus Tangerang. So I will presenting about cyberbullying and K-pop fandom. So I separate the information into five main points, and the last is conclusion. Okay. So what is cyberbullying in K-pop fandom? By definition, cyberbullying is the use of technology to harass, threaten, embarrass, or target another person. Online bullying and harassment can be easier to commit than other acts of bullying because the bully doesn't have to confront their target in person. And online bullying can be particularly damaging and upsetting because it's usually anonymous or hard to trace. Uh, so, what online bullying looks like within K-pop fandoms, such as intimidation, racial slurs, misogynistic comments, and outright death threats. These are some of the things you can expect when you talk about K-pop fandom act online. And some fans may disagree with you, but it's real and happening right now. Yeah, K-pop fandom has a very ugly sides of cyberbullying. One word, deemed at odds with the greater K-pop community, you're doomed. And here's the example of someone getting bullied by K-pop fandom. Cyberbullying statistic. Yeah, nearly half of US teens ages 13 to 17 report ever experiencing at least one of six cyberbullying behaviors. And the most commonly reported behavior in this survey is name calling, with 32% of teens saying they have been called an offensive name online. Guess how the survey conducted April 14, May, and 2022. Okay, so forms of online bullying and K-pop fandoms. Actually, there's a lot of forms of online bullying and K-pop fandom, but I give you this two example. For the first one is fan wars. What is fan wars? Fan wars is two or more people from different fandom have an argument because of different opinions, such as making posts that bring down idols from other fandoms. And the last is doxing. Doxing is revealing personal information about someone online without their consent. And often the personal information consists of a real name, photo, and home address. So, effects of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying victims were more likely to report low self-esteem, harmful harmful habits, anxiety, depression, self-doubt, and embarrassment. Here. Role of social platforms such as Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and cyberbullying. On Twitter, real-time engagement, the fast-paced nature of Twitter facilities rapid spread of both positive and negative content. Also, Trending topics can quickly highlight negative campaign against idols or fans. On Instagram, comment section, harassment often occurs in comment section of idol posts and or even direct message. AMs can be used for more impersonal target bullying. And YouTube, comments and dislike bullying can happen in the form of negative comment and mass disliking videos. Also, negative reaction videos can contribute to a culture of bullying. Okay, so how to prevent cyberbullying in K-pop fandom? And the most important thing, I think you should think twice before you post something and think about the consequence that you will get after posting the content. Also, support for idols and fans. And the last is management companies should take a legal action for malicious comment toward artists. So, in conclusion, social media plays a crucial role in amplifying cyberbullying within K-pop fandoms. Addressing this issue requires collective effort. Social media platforms need to improve moderation and support system, while fans and management companies should promote a culture of respect and provide educational and mental health resources. By working together, the capability can create a safer, more positive online environment.